Yes, remote.
All rise for the Donkey Kong Country National Anthem.
Here we go!
Like, I was gonna do the one from the cartoon, but I forgot a lot of the lyrics from that.
I forgot the lyrics.
So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, Donkey Kong Country returns. We did do this a while ago, or at least Hype did anyway, on Ye Old Diamond recording technology. But we remembered that this game also had co-op, and we've been on a recent string of Donkey Kong Country returnings as of late. So let's return with returns.
The returning.
We've also been on a bit of a Donkey Kong drought.
Yeah, as I press down now and hit new game now.
Sounds good.
Alright, so with that said, Donkey Kong Country returns. You may remember Retro Studios, the same people that made the Metroid Prime series, as well as the upcoming fourth game.
Yes.
They were tasked with eventually giving Donkey Kong a breath of fresh air, and this is the result.
And genuinely think they, apart from the control scheme, which again was fixed in a 3DS port, genuinely think they did a really solid job. And again, I'll still say my favorite is Tropical Freeze, but as far as the duology goes, I really would not mind them making a third one of these. Go ahead, Hype.
Eventually. I mean, I'm one of those dummies that didn't mind the control scheme in the original game, although I will say just overall, I feel like Tropical Freeze definitely refined it a lot more, but I still think there's like a little bit of merit going back to Returns, because it definitely does have like its own things going on, like for example, this horde of tikis from the volcano that are now our new fodder for the game.
Yep, no longer are we dealing with the Kremlin army. I think they've pretty much learned their lesson after the whole Blast-O-Matic fiasco back in Donkey Kong 64.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they're possessing and manipulating all of the harmless wildlife.
Through the power of music.
And for some reason, the tikis really want bananas.
Because, you know, as we all know, the only valuable source of treasure on this entire Devil Name Island is DK's banana stash.
To be fair, Hype, this is the last known place in the world that has raw, authentic bananas.
Fair.
We all thought they were extinct.
What's that? Did you say raw, authentic bananas?
That sounds like all raw, authentic bananas.
And yeah.
True to form, Banana Horde got stolen. Like, they've left no stone unturned, and Diddy's about to give them raw hell.
I
But
know.
unfortunately, he gets... oh boy.
If you want to know what I was laughing about, oh, hang on.
You will bring me bananas.
You will bow to our whim, oh fancy dress Simeon.
That's a nice song, but what are you saying?
I don't quite get the lyrics.
You will bring bananas to the volcano and smash them.
Smash, you say? Well then, allow me to oblige. Now get out of my hut.
So yeah, and just like that, and the thing I was laughing about just a sec. Oh yeah, we can check on the old horde.
Yep, and get a puzzle piece.
Yeah, they literally left no stone unturned. Well, they did leave one thing behind.
A banana coin.
Well, we'll talk about the second. The thing I was laughing like hysterically about earlier was when Diddy first spotted
Hey,
the
Diddy,
horde.
hold on, get back here.
Oh, that's right. We forgot a couple of things in your treehouse.
When the horde was first spotted as being empty, I thought there was gonna be something where. Yay.
Alright, enough of all the gagging. We
Anyway,
gotta go get our bananas back.
So to finish that thought, is that I thought that when Diddy spotted the horde empty, you were just gonna see Donkey Kong just break through the stone wall like, what? Just absolutely just full energy. But anyway, so yeah, welcome. I'll be doing color commentary, but yeah, welcome to our live co-op playthrough of Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Country Returns. This will be, for the most part, this is my first time seeing co-op being done. They've done a practice run of this though, and James, of course, will be the titular DK, and Kype will be the teenier DK.
I'll be the Ditty.
Yep,
Yeah,
DK, the Diddy to my donkey.
Who has that?
The D stands for D. I don't know. So right off the bat, what big differences apart from two Kongs being controlled at the same time can be had with co-op fun?
Well, and when it comes to co-op, well, basically, again, pretty much as you said, you have one person playing as DK, the other person playing as Diddy, and just gonna say right now, whoever's playing as DK should pretty much be the one that actually knows this game inside and out, because DK, let's just be real here, Diddy is pretty much the better character by comparison to DK. DK is very much the base. He's very much the no-nonsense, no advantages or disadvantages sort of Kong, but thankfully, say if you are left to your lonesome, if you find a DK barrel, Diddy will come back from the dead, or DK, assuming he bites the bullet as well.
Right, and the other thing that you may have seen in the HUD in the upper left there is first off, if somebody is off screen for too long, it will not kill them. It will just bring them back to whoever's ahead, and the camera's gonna focus on whoever's further into the level. And secondly, if you notice in the HUD, nom 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 nom. Anyway,
no thanks, I'm not hungry.
If you noticed in the HUD, if say they are like stressing, they're in a boss, and there is no time to lose to get their friend back in action, and there's no Kong barrels to be had, the player 2 can jump back into the action at the cost of 1 life.
Yep.
And again, we're early in the level, so best be careful with them bananas.
Yeah, don't worry.
But that being said, DK pretty much, like, he can run, he can jump, he can pick up barrels, and so can Diddy. The primary advantages that Diddy has over DK is that he has a jetpack, like a tried and true sort of tradition since Donkey Kong 64 and Smash Brothers. And he also has his peanut pop gun, which can stun or hurt certain enemies.
I got the extra life for us, if nothing else.
Yeah, though that being said, just because you might have more powers at your disposal, doesn't mean you automatically mean you should get cocky.
Yeah, and also, as you can see, like another staple to the original Donkey Kong Country trilogy, we have bonus rooms. They're not, unlike the other games, they're not mandatory for completion. The most you get from them are just puzzle pieces, which themselves are not mandatory at all. You get, like, interesting things like dioramas and whatnot, but as far as, like, full-on completing the game, you don't have to stress too much about it.
Yeah. Also, say for the event that things might be a little too troublesome to worry about with 2 players, you can just have player 1 latch Diddy on his back and use his jetpack powers like you would in the solo playthrough.
How can if that happens, how do you guys detach?
You hold down and the run/grab button.
Okay, so it's not like you're gonna accidentally cost your friend the jump button. And
okay, go for the roulette.
Oh,
bananas.
I was off by a few by last second.
It's okay. So, beyond that, if you've seen our Tropical Freeze or our Donkey Kong Returns playthrough, again, expect different things because we're doing co-op. But our requirements
and we're doing it live.
Yes, and we're doing live, so any other craziness can happen. But what I mean to say is, if you've seen that, then you already kind of understand what our requirements are. We're mainly going to be focusing on getting the Kong letters because of new goodies that happens in the overworld if you do that.
Yeah, unlike the classic DKC trilogy, the Kong letters do open up a special little something that does lead to an interesting little surprise.
King of Kling, aka Candy's nickname for DK.
Ha!
Who's Candy?
Oh yeah, this game forgets about all the. I don't even think this game remembered Funky. I don't think it was until Tropical Freeze that they brought him back.
Yeah, they do remember Cranky though.
For the sake of DK for Returns, they wanted to just focus on the very original string of Kongs, like DK, Diddy, and Cranky.
Right. Easy does it. Nice.
Which, I mean, for what it's worth, I think that's a nice way to start. Like, not every game needs to have a Candy or a Funky or a Kiddy Kong. In fact, I can't think of a game that really needs a Kiddy Kong.
Nah. And
also, if you notice, when we probably demonstrated earlier, but whenever one of the characters is far enough off screen and you see a little timer, once that timer counts down, they'll automatically be positioned right back to the other person's position.
Which is nice. It allows for a little bit of leeway. The other thing.
Also, for those wondering where the hell where we've had our little mad skills in doing this co-op session, we've had practice.
Right.
Yeah, Logan mentioned that.
They mainly did a practice. Well, they did a practice run for.
Yeah, that was my. Diddy is a little bit more slipperier there than I expected him to.
He's much lighter than DK is, though. That's not saying much, considering that even with all his strength and mass combined, DK is a pretty agile gorilla.
Oh, especially in this.
Yeah,
Also,
I see a DK barrel over there, so don't hop in just yet.
Yeah, I was about to say, I technically could respawn if I want to by hitting the A button, but we learned the hard way that we want to try to hold on to lives as much as we can.
Correct. Because, well, I mean, granted,
very-
if you're playing this game solo, it's pretty easy to rack up the lives, but in co-op, it's easier to lose them.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it'll become like you'll think it's like so mindless. Like, oh, I'll just come right back in, no problem. But oh, nice. But yeah, no, they add up very quickly.
Correct.
Or I should say subtract quickly. Anywho, trying to think if there's anything else. Again, we're doing this on Wii, so they have something they have something mapped for the blowing into the mic.
Yes.
Yep, there we go.
Where was the mic on the Wii mode again?
No, blowing as in, like, the characters blowing, not us blowing.
Oh, oh, sorry, that's right. You know, I was mistaking myself. Sorry. They have buttons mapped for the shaking, which is what is used for ground pounding.
Boop, boop.
Or slamming
Oh,
on the
nice.
ground, because it was not until 3DS and Tropical Freeze that they mapped that to a button for us as well. To spare our poor whittle arms.
I mean, that's kind of what it's funny considering the fact when you really think about it, like the whole action with shaking the Wii remote very much is just a glorified button press.
But it's certainly easier on the arms than I imagine any Jungle Beat level would have been.
Yeah. Though that being said, I mean, maybe it's just me. I never found it too cumbersome to shake the Wii remote to do a roll in the original DKCR. Though I also remember playing. I was one of those dumb schmucks that always played it with the Wii remote sideways for not realizing that you could play this game with the nunchuck.
Yep. Now, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I noticed on the main map screen. So, does Hyde prefer to play this with the 2D controls or the Wiimote controls?
Well, yeah, I usually like playing it with the remote sideways.
No worries. Okay.
That and I honestly did set it that way from the first place, and then not really giving him the choice.
That's
But,
fair. That's fair. I mean, as long as
he got used to it pretty easily.
I mean, he gets to play with his own, controls. I'm sure he's fine. The other thing to note, apart from the controller thing with the control scheme, which I had to get used to, is that I remember playing this back on demos in the store. Nice. Woo. Is that, of course, as many people recall when this game first came out and was reminded of in Tropical Freeze, this is not your typical Mario game.
It's not.
Game is no longer hand-holding you as far as platformers are concerned when you get further into this sucker.
In fact, especially if you were playing this game immediately after playing the classic trilogy, they made a few adjustments to the overall game's physics. Like, for example, you can't just hold down the jump button in order to make the most out of bopping an enemy. You actually have to.
Is there something down there? I keep thinking there is.
Let me see.
Let's see. It's
No, it's
nothing.
spikes.
Yeah, and it's just a flat wall. It's not covered by anything. And yeah, I know what you say.
I
Like,
swear that flat wall makes you think that.
and yeah, I know what you're saying. That in order to get the best out of your bop, you actually have to time it right on
Oh, boy.
impact. Oh wow, that actually counts as a death.
Well, since there's not going to be any other DK barrels anytime soon, why don't you demonstrate for us, Hype?
All right.
I'm coming in. Okay. Is it possible to miss the barrel and waste the balloon as they go flying away?
We thought it was the case at first, but eventually we learned that you can also shake the Wii remote and the.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh, where did I
Wait,
go?
Where are
you
you?
Where am
Where are
I?
you?
Oh,
Oh, there-
I
there you
fell
are.
this whole time.
You got to follow Diddy's entire descent.
Jesus
Alright, well,
It's
back
like,
at it.
Like, he falls a good ways, I actually notice.
Yeah, I thought they would deload him after a little bit, but yeah, no, he falls the entire way. Okay, well, no matter. We'll just get right back up. No worries. We will be having fun, but again, fortunately, they've aid practice, so we know that we can at least beat this. We're not gonna, promise anything we don't know how to do. Just
Yeah.
finish it.
Did he?
Oh, well, you're already at the end. Go ahead.
Okay, fine.
Ah,
Dang, I was off by a second again.
I know. We'll get there eventually. Again, if anybody doesn't know,
I'll find my buddy Diddy again someday.
And by someday, I mean the next level.
Again, if anybody doesn't know what's going on there, if you manage to hit the end barrel right as the DK icon is on, you are then prompted to whack it as many times as you can to honestly,
Multiply whatever comes out.
right, to almost stupid broken levels of a usefulness. And
Oh yeah, speaking of the third Kong that appeared in this game, Cranky Kong, who's opened up a shop for us.
I'm on it.
And it's about time you visit your frail old grandpa. By the way, where's your little buddy?
Yeah, I was like, where's
I haven't seen him all day.
yeah, where is he?
Oh, whatever. Give me some of those shiny banana coins, and you can pick through my own things.
All of them are yours. You can buy a butt
Also,
ton of
I could have sworn I
lives.
was your dad, but I guess I'm your granddad.
Like that.
So yeah, he'll sell balloons to us. He'll sell squawks, who could lead us to hidden puzzle pieces. A heart boost if you need an extra heart, because there might be some cases where that might be helpful. Banana juice, which basically gives you 20 extra hits. 20 extra hits, but once the effect, those hits are gone, they're gone for good.
Okay, at least
And
not time
then
to
the map
extend.
key, which opens up a new pathway.
Which you're gonna need those if you do want to get 100%, because those extra levels, we need the Kong letters from those levels too.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're trying to take the easy route.
No, although kind of like how the cannons work in Mario, is it possible to actually use those? Is it possible to actually use those secret paths to skip harder levels?
Yeah, it's possible. Now get out there and give those little drunk guys what for. Yes, I said what for. I'm old. Get over it.
They never. They didn't. They did not miss a beat with his tone. And
Yeah, especially especially with the pay-on Donkey Kong related games, he toned down big time for those games, so much so that people are starting to miss that little crank in his step.
Yeah.
supposed to be sassy.
And they definitely made up for it around Tropical Freeze, where they decided to let Cranky do his own Twitter takeover.
I forgot about.
Yeah.
That. How did that go?
Basically, it's what happens when you give an old man a Twitter account.
So, I mean, okay, not to immediately just throw out potentially dated terms by the time this comes out. Was it cringe? Did it work?
It was pretty in character for the most part. I'll say that much.
Some of it was borderline cringe, but like I've said, it was more or less in character.
Okay, I mean, but I mean, okay, just throwing this out there, it is possible for him to be in character and cringe at the same time, in the same way that I thought it was weird that one time, freaking Alf was giving a Twitch live stream commentary on games.
That was like a year, wasn't that like, that had to have been like a year ago by now.
Oh, wait.
It was, but I'm saying, like, just in saying, like, he was acting decently in character, but it just was weird.
Well, to
'cause
be
it's
fair,
Alf.
well, I was about to say, yeah,
Alf.
because Alf, love him or hate him, is pretty dated in and of himself.
He's a product of his time.
And regardless, like, he's not even someone I usually would think would be involved with video games. More like
Well,
cats.
I'm convinced the only way that they did that, the only reason that they brought Alf on board was because everyone saw how popular, like, when Honeydew and Beaker were during the summer.
Yeah, because
the
it's
Game
Honeydew
Awards.
and Beaker, not Elf. It's a very simple formula here, you guys. It's just not Elf. Any other Muppet, you could have had it be Fozzie, and it would have worked. Potentially, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
don't know.
coincidentally, I think this recent year of or not this year, but I think maybe last year for Summer Game Fest, they did get Miss Piggy on board as well.
Yeah, they did. And would you
I
mind
remember they had
this
the Swedish
guy?
Chef.
You have more hits.
And I remember they had the Swedish Chef at one point.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, jeez. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, I don't know if we mentioned this already.
Oh, wait a minute. I think we're forgetting something.
No, I think
Yeah,
you have to kill both
I
of
know
them.
it's a little ways into the level.
Okay, you know what? Never mind. It is a little more ways further. We'll be right. Let's keep going.
Okay. But I was gonna ask,
Oh, come on.
I was gonna ask, when you get to those things...
Let me see if I can
Down
find a
here,
DK
actually.
barrel. Well, let me see if I can find another DK barrel first. There should be one not too far from here, I hope. There's one.
There he
Yes,
is.
there it is. Okay.
I'll just hold on to this until we get to our
Back you
destination.
go. But I was gonna
How you
say...
doing now, Deke?
Oh!
Why am I down here?
DK, you could have spawned me somewhere better than a spike pig!
He's trying to get the bananas. He's trying to get the
Okay.
bananas. There you go.
I want more bananas. But, yeah, with that said, down here we'll find a crate which gives us Ribby!
You know, it's my turn to finally... It's my turn to finally shine while he's doing the live commentary. Live commentary, you know. Because I'm Ramby.
And yeah,
I was gonna ask you.
A little further down.
I was gonna
okay.
ask you, Diddy, when you do your little ground slam attack and you shoot them little peanuts out, can that actually hurt people ahead of you?
Actually it can, because it's Diddy.
Okay, well, I mean that is neat. That is a neat idea that you have like a little ranged attack in co-op.
Yeah, I think for a lot of enemies it stuns rather than kills, but it is still a pretty helpful hand.
I feel like it mostly does kill for returns, though, because I know in my Tropical Freeze they nerfed it so that it only stuns.
Ah, fair, nice.
Got it.
Bam.
Haha!
And again, bonus stages are back, but you're mainly doing them for puzzle pieces, which I believe, if I'm correct, if you do them, you get concept art.
Now, as it stands right now, with how we're sitting on Rambi right now, basically we both have control over the Rhino. But that being said, hold on a second there, Hype.
Okay.
Let's get off him for now.
Oh.
Hey!
He's a wild little.
Now I'm gonna let you hop on my back, and I'm gonna hop on his back. So that way it'll be a little easier for me to control the hover for this thing.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, because normally would have been like Kirby's Epic Yarn, where some guy does hover, some guy does jumping.
Pretty much. Like,
Although
Diddy would still have to be the one to hover.
Yeah. Although keep in mind that because Rambi is a heavy guy, that the hover is incredibly neutered when you use it.
So
yeah,
I guess the other thing I was gonna say is that when you are in shared mode, if you die in the vehicle or cart or Rambi, when you're in shared mode, does that actually does it still count as 2 lives lost if you both die?
Yes.
Yeah. And when both characters do die, that's 2 lives gone.
Which I don't think we mentioned that yet. That's the other thing to watch out for in co-op is if you actually game over or not game over, void out and have.
Sorry, Parsec Magnite timing off there.
You got it all right, little buddy.
You got the life, that's what matters, we'll find. Again, we're not carrying too much. Hey, but I was gonna say, if you die, or, should void out and have to load back in, you lose 2
Diddy!
balloons.
Bananas!
Got the bananas.
You have a problem.
Help, DK.
I do! But we really do need them! It's for the integrity of the island, Diddy!
Let me see if I can get him this time.
Okay.
Let's see.
There you go. He got it. And we got an extra life from the... See? I told you it was worth it to get those bananas.
Help.
I told you.
Hold the fucking phone. We missed the G.
Yeah.
Warning. We are G alert. G alert.
Cut!
There's only a couple of songs that how to think of it like the Rock and Barrel song I always
There
remember,
it
but
is.
it's
There's the
there
G
we are.
missing.
Oh man, the Rock and Barrel theme I remember, but I can never. There's not too many songs that I remember from Tropical Freeze and Returns that was wow, that was original and only owned exclusive to that game. Usually they were covers.
I think the only one that was really original were the Rocket Barrel levels.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Rock and Barrel levels and maybe the Lion King.
Some of the
stage. Bosses and the Lion King stages, but otherwise
Much better.
Okay.
We still missed that puzzle piece, though, but at this point, we're not gonna... I forget if we've already mentioned this before, ladies and gentlemen, but we're primarily focusing on the Kong letters for this playthrough.
Right, because the Kong letters unlock the levels.